What's going on, everybody? So I want to give you some Florida Gator news and some updates. Bear with me. I am reorganizing, or my wife is reorganizing my room. I suck at it, so I'm not going to do it. So hopefully I'll have some more stuff on here so you don't have to look at my ugly face the entire time. So you have some background stuff. Some of the biggest news that happened this past weekend for the Florida Gators, it looks like we actually know who will be starting for the Florida Gators at the quarterback position when the Florida Gators take on the Oregon State Beavers this Saturday in the Vegas Bowl. We have Jack the Ripper Miller, Jack and Coke. No, I'm not going to go with too many more puns on that. So it looks like it's going to be Jack Miller, the former four-star recruit and former Ohio State quarterback who transferred this past season to the Florida Gators. So we're actually going to see some live in-game action from Jack Miller, who's been really hampered by a thumb injury all season. It sounds like he's been healthy for the past couple of weeks, or at the end of the season he was healthy. So hopefully he's gotten some time to, I guess, be acquainted with the offense again. Now he's going to have a lot of obstacles to overcome. A depleted offensive line. The defense is not going to be the greatest. It wasn't ever the greatest anyways. But you're going to have a lot of, a lot of wide receivers that he's going to throw to that he hasn't really thrown to all year. You've had a lot of transfers. Justin Shorter's not going to be playing. He will have Ricky Pearsall. So there's one glaring, I guess, bright spot. But my thing is, if Jack Miller can come in, play well against Oregon State, who has a good defense, if he can do that, maybe he'll be in the running for the starting position at the quarterback position next season. He's got a lot of obstacles. I'm going to probably take a lot, give him some leeway against Oregon State because, man, he's going to be at a disadvantage. Not having Osiris Torrance, you're the one of your best offensive linemen. He's going to be a first-round pick. So, and not having Justin Shorter. So, he's going to be, he's not going to have all his weapons, let's just say. So, it's going to be an uphill battle for him. But I'm excited to see how he does, how he commands the offense. He's still going to have his stud running backs in the backfield. So you're going to have Trevor Etienne, Montrell Johnson. So, as long as you got those guys, those are your security blanket. I think if he utilizes those guys the way he should, maybe it won't be a blowout. Florida is a 10-point underdog right now. It was like 12 before they announced Jack Miller was the starting quarterback. So now that line's starting to go down a little bit. So, but I'm excited about that. Now, some other news that happened. Looks like the Florida Gators landed a monster defensive tackle in the transfer portal for this upcoming year. It's going to be Caleb Banks. Now, a little bit of background on Caleb Banks. He is a transfer from Louisville. He's played a total of 8 games, 2 his true freshman year and 6 this past season. Now, this guy, it is said that he is a high upside transfer. So this guy, whenever he came into Louisville, he was listed at like 255 pounds. That is small for a defensive lineman. Well, this guy has bulked up. He is 6'7", 300 pounds now. Holy cow. Listen, you can teach a lot of stuff on that defensive line. You can't teach 6'7", 300 pounds. I like that size. If a lot of scouts are saying this guy's a high upside, hey, I'll take it all day long. We're going to need some defensive line depth with Lloyd Summerall, Jermaine Dexter leaving, a couple other guys. So, you want to get more in the transfer portal or in recruiting, but a good way to start getting a big monster, pair him up with Desmond Watson. Ooh, you talk about a hefty defensive line and big monsters up front. So, I really like that. Now, going back to the quarterback position, it seems like there was some news that some guys that put their name in the transfer portal were taking a visit to the Florida Gators. Graham Mertz, former Wisconsin Badger. He's played for the Wisconsin Badgers for a couple years. This past season threw 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, a 57% completion percentage. Not the greatest stats in the world. To me, he's not the guy I would go after. But, you're looking at all options and you want to bring in as much, depth that you can. You don't want to have this issue now where you're stranded at the quarterback position. To me, there's a a lot of quarterbacks right now who's in the transfer portal. Spencer Sanders, former Oklahoma State quarterback. Devin Leary, former NC State quarterback. So, there's a couple other guys that I would, go after. And I think the Florida Gators have. I believe they've reached out to them. So, hey, whatever Billy Napier can bring in would be great. And if it's Graham Mertz, I'm okay with the, bringing in some experience. But y'all know me. I've talked about him before. That guy from Wake Forest. I mean, come on now. So Sam Hartman is the guy. If you haven't guessed, I've said his name over and over on this channel. Sam, the man Hartman, is who I would want out of the whole transfer portal. If he puts his name in the transfer portal, he has not done that yet. So I know he's not coming back to Wake Forest. Not sure what the, I don't know how long he's got to do that, but I feel like he's probably going to come back another year. The quarterback class in this draft class is going to be pretty big. So I feel like he's going to come back another year. And listen, a big university like Florida is a way to get your name out there for next year's draft, or the 2024. So the 2023 will be the next draft class. So exciting times for the Florida Gators. Listen, big game coming up. You're playing the number 14 or number 17th ranked. It depends on which one you're looking at, AP polls, CFP, whichever one it is. They're a top 20 team in the country, Oregon State is. So I'm interested to see what the Florida Gators is going to look like. You're going to see a lot of guys. It's an extra practice game, in my opinion. Bowl games are pretty much, unless you're playing for a college football playoff, you have so many transfers on both sides of the ball. You're not going to see, that team that's been playing all year. Maybe we'll see something a little better. Maybe defensively we'll see something a little better. Can't be much worse, in my opinion. Let's play some of those backups. Let's see how they look. Early National Signing Day is coming up December 21st. I am super excited about that. Y'all be on the lookout for that, because as soon as anybody commits to the Florida Gators or signs, I will post that video as soon as possible. But hey guys, as always, I appreciate y'all watching this channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great one.